Now, the world's largest memory chip, smartphone, and TV maker, Samsung Electronics, has forecast its worst profit decline in about a decade. It's being hit on several fronts by a weakening global economy, which is weighing on memory chip prices and demand for electronic devices. Well, the report by Samsung, a bellwether for global consumer demand, sets a weak tone for other tech firms' quarterly results. While Samsung expects operating profits to slide almost 70% on year to $3.4 billion for the December quarter from a year earlier. And that misses analyst estimates of $5.3 billion by a wide margin and would be the lowest profit since the third quarter of 2014. Now, it said weak demand for memory chips was greater than expected as customers adjusted inventories to further tighten finances. And Samsung will provide its full financial statement at the end of the month. Meantime, shares of the tech heavyweight closed up about 1.4% despite the poor earnings result, outperforming the broader Korean market's 1.1% rise. Investors, they are likely hoping that Samsung will need to reduce production like its peers, Micron and SK Hynix, and a concerted output cut would help the memory chip industry overall. Now, Sanjeev Rana from CLSA shares with us the likelihood of such a scenario.
I think given the situation in the memory industry where prices and demand is very weak, it will be very difficult for Samsung to sustain the current situation. By that, I mean like sticking to its CapEx and supply growth plans. It's very likely that the worsening profitability will put pressure on Samsung to rein in the memory supply by cutting CapEx and production in the coming months. I see no other option. And they did something similar in 2019. They did made some production adjustments, and it's very likely we'll see similar adjustments within first half of this year.